Emerson going to clear Mayato. Not going to go low. He's going to try and fake the 48. Travato using the inside lane. Mayato now up half a group. The second position looks for his first race. And hard contact. Mayato up in the air, up on the hood, on top of the Geico machine. All over his back bumper. He's going to have to be very tactical with his moves. Oh, and hard under braking. Travato nearly locked it up there. St. Bear's big slide out of turn number 1. Comes Chris Samar, Kevin Cornelius. They're going to make a charge in the third lane. Is it too little, too late? Are they going to have the run out of turn number 4? Mark Emerson down low. They're all going to wreck. Dennis Fairclough in the lead right now. Here comes Nick Gardner. Hello and welcome to the BTDY Cup Series live tonight from Martinsville Speedway for the Martin Sports 150 here tonight. This series sponsored by Martin Sports and putting the Martin back in Martinsville here tonight. So it's going to be a good one. So excited to be here for this race, race 10 of this season. I'm joined in the booth by Alec Martinez. Alec, I know you love a little chaos and calamity. How are you feeling about tonight?
I'm feeling great. If you want chaos, you want calamity, you want beating, banging, short track racing, this is the place you want to have it at. Martinsville, under the lights, finally. It's been a while. I think this might be, is this the first race under the lights for the Cup Series here?
Yeah, I don't think we had Bristol.
No, I'm saying Martinsville, though.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think so.
I think this might be the first one. And let me tell you, nothing like a little short track racing under the lights at Martinsville, of all places, especially. Oldest track in NASCAR that they've been racing. I think it's the 75th year anniversary, so awesome to see. I'm excited. These cars are looking like they're a challenge to drive here. The next-gen car, we've seen it at COTA already this past weekend at the Real Cup race. These guys can get physical with the cars. I'm curious to see if we're going to be able to see that tonight here in iRacing. Been seeing a little bumping. You think he can get away with a few taps to some guys' bumpers, so I'm really curious to see what's going to happen tonight. And I tell you, these drivers are going to put on a heck of a show. We've had, I think, 9 great races already, so I'm looking forward to it. And of course, who's going to take down the big 3? Zach Carr, Seth Hatchell, and AJ Stravato.
Yeah, that is the question here tonight. Those drivers have won every single race as we are going to pull up point standings coming into tonight's event. Only a couple races following this one to get into the top 12 in the standings to make the chase. And some drivers very close around that cut line right now. Dallas Sullivan fell out of the top 12 after the last event. And he's going to have some work to do here tonight. Only 3 points behind the cut line. Kenny Bishop, the last one in at the moment. Jeremiah Vincent climbed up into the 11th position in the points. But everybody is chasing those big 3. AJ Stravato, Seth Hatchell, and Zach Carr. And they together make up 9 race wins here this season. And it's what's crazy about those 3 is Seth Hatchell actually hasn't even been in every race. He's only made 5 races so far this season, and or sorry, not 5, 8 of the 9, and he is right there tied with Zach Carr, who has an extra win over him. That is how consistent Seth Hatchell has been.
Yes, that's been amazing this year. I think he's got an average finish for like, what is it, 2.3 something?
2.9 coming into this
2.9.
one. Yeah,
that's insane. That's crazy, honestly. Wow. Yeah, I think is that the best one so far, or does somebody else have a better one?
That is the best. AJ Stravato averaging at 3.2, which is just, it's basically the same. He does have that extra race, so gotta throw that in there as a factor. And next highest up behind them would be Ben Baffert with a 5.6 average finish, so good for Ben, who's missed a few races start of the season. And then nice. Ryan Gemmel with a 6.9 average finish. He would be 4th best, and he sits 4th in the standings. As we do have drivers taking some laps here. Pull up the qualifying ticker. Hatchell was one of the fastest in the qualifying, but also Chris Samar, the driver from the Northeast. Somebody I'd expect to run well at a short, flat track like this. We'll see if Zach Carr can beat his lap, and it does not appear so. So looks like Chris Samard could grab the pole. How about Nick Starling making a return? He's currently third.
How about Nick Starling up here putting down a heater, as they say? And I tell you, I remember last week you were saying Chris Samard, one of those guys that we've seen on the short tracks, really prevail, especially on the flat short tracks, like you said. Obviously, being from the Northeast, a lot of tracks like that up there. So, Chris laying down a heater, Zach Carr second, Cosman up to fourth. I tell you, we're going to be in for a great show tonight. It's going to be a heck of a race, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens here and how these guys are going to play it.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. This is a track that I go to every single year, and it's been, just so much fun. It's such a beautiful area in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and really, really do enjoy the racing action. I've seen some really, important moments in NASCAR history over the last 10 years or so. So looking forward to see if we can make some more memories here tonight, as AJ Stravato struggling to get out of turn number 4 right there. His lap only going to be good enough for 11th fastest, so AJ struggling in qualifying again, but hasn't stopped him yet this season. He's in the points.
He doesn't matter really where he starts. He just finds his way to get up there. Now I got to ask you, we gonna see? Are you gonna be at Martinsville next week?
In the real world?
Yeah.
No, we go in the fall actually.
Oh, in the fall.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think either one's a good race. I mean, did you saw the race last year, Bowman Hamlin?
Yes.
Oh heck yeah, the Logano 18, that was wild. Martinsville has some great finishes, let me tell you.
Yeah, so
you ever had a Martinsville hot dog?
Oh, I've had quite a few of those over the years. So yeah.
How are they?
They're really good. They're a bit strange to look at. They're bright red.
I've heard.
But definitely delicious. A little coleslaw, a little chili on them, and then they do put onions and mustard and stuff. I'm not a big onion guy, so I take those off. But everything else, I can live with. I love coleslaw, so it's a popular option for me.
I'm not a huge coleslaw fan. I love chili. I don't mind onions, so.
Oh, it's the mixture of all of those things though that really makes those good. And you did mention Cosman here. Speaking of food, he's got McDonald's on that race car. Chicken McNuggets there on the side. Classic.
Yeah. Big Mac?
Yeah, I think he's got that. Does he have that on the other side?
I think it's on the. Is that on the side? Yeah.
Yeah, he loves his paint schemes. One of the best painters around, and he's fast here tonight. He was fast in practice. I think he was second or third. So right now 5th in qualifying, really good. And got to start towards the front here. It's hard to pass people. As he slides it off of turn number 4 there. How about Angelo Ronis getting his laps in just now? Goes to 13th on the board. Driver, I think we'll see move forward.
I can see that. I noticed here, as we just saw with Cosman, in practice, obviously we've seen with these next gen cars in the real world, locking up that left front tire. With these bigger brakes, you can charge into the corners a little bit harder, but it comes at a cost that if you charge too hard, that left front tire can really lock up, and you don't want a flat spot, or I don't know if we have that in the game, but you don't want a flat spot, or if not, wear it out more than you really want to. When you lose front grip, especially at a track with the right front, you got to save the right front here, so you're not, these corners being such a tight radius. These cars will get tight over a run, but they'll snap loose off, and you saw it with Cosman there. Back end got light, and these cars, I noticed here, they come around like nothing. They come around way quicker than you think. And I could see a lot of the cautions being caused by somebody getting loose off the corner and not being able to save it in time. And with these short, small straightaways, we've seen it before here at this track, pile-ups on the back and the front stretch.
Yeah, I think that could definitely be the case here tonight. It's always been a challenge to get out of turn number 2 and out of turn number 4 at this place, but these new cars present a whole different challenge, and it looks like Chris Samard should be the provisional pole sitter. We'll see how things settle out here for the final few minutes of qualifying, but we will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Welcome to VSPEED, your home for sim racing excitement, providing dramatic moments from iRacing and beyond. We offer broadcasting for leagues across iRacing with specialized packages to help grow your league and advertise your sponsors.
Shot at it, I think, and right now Stravato with that advantage. It's half a car length the difference between first and second going into turn one. He gives the bumper to Connor Horn.
These two have gone all year to get to this point. Jacob Shorba drifting up the racetrack. They make contact. The 88 goes around. The 95 goes around. The 12 caught in it.
Our design team can help you create anything from paint schemes to sim rig parts with expertise in both 2D and 3D design with 3D printing capabilities. Looking to get into broadcasting yourself? We can help you design and operate custom overlays to make your stream look as professional as possible. Our team can create and manage custom merchandise sales for you and your team. Check out our shop to see what we have in stock and how we can create some awesome merch for you. Check out our race replays on YouTube or catch us live weekly on Twitch. Visit us at vspeedsim.com to see how we can help you on your iRacing journey.
Back at the racetrack now, going to be going through our starting grid here tonight at Martinsville in the Martin Sports 150. Chris Samard's going to be starting from the top spot here this evening. Congrats to him. I believe his first pole of the season, and looking good there in the 37 machine here at Martinsville. Zach Carr, the three-time winner, last race winner as well. He's going to be rolling off from the second position. Starting in third, it's Ryan Gemmel. Rolling off fourth, Nick Starling in his return after a few weeks off. Starting in fifth, Cosman. Starting sixth, Seth Hatchell, the two-time winner. Keith Mayato rolls off seventh. Dallas Sullivan going to be starting in eighth. Reggie Ortega starts from ninth. And Josiah Vincent rounds out the top 10.
Adrian Stravato will be starting 11th. One of the big three drivers. Looking forward to him charging back up the field. Kyle McGarvey starting 12th. Angelo Ronis 13th. Dennis Faircloth 14th. Cody Adkins 15th. Safe Ferris is back again 2 weeks in a row. He'll be rolling off 16th. Eric Lambert 17th. Kevin McGarvey in 18th, Jeremy Stanley 19th, and Eric Hutton will be rounding out the top 20.
And Hutton is a driver I'd expect to move forward as well. Yeah. Ben Baffert, first of the drivers to not take a time. He'll roll off 21st. He was one of the fastest in practice. Keep an eye on the 23. Jeremiah Vincent starts from 22nd in the 9 machine. The 23rd position is going to be Timmy Emanuele. 24th, Alan Dice. 25th, Kenny Bishop. 26th, Jordan Shepard. 27th, Kevin Cornelius. 28th, Zach Smith. Rounding out the top 30 is TJ Brendel in 29th and Robert Gilmore in 30th. That'll do it
Robert's
here.
Back.
Yeah, happy.
Seattle happy back, yeah.
See how happy he is here around this place, the half mile of mayhem as they call it.
Oh yeah.
We do want to thank you for tuning in here tonight on VSPEED. This is the Below the Double Yellow Cup Series live from Martinsville, the Martin Sports 150. This series presented by Martin Sports. You can learn more about them at martinsports906.com. Link is in the video description as well. You're on your favorite driver. Let us know you're out there, who you're rooting for. and we will try and follow along with them throughout the race. I know we've got some fan favorites out here. It is good to see Happy back, and I know he is a big fan favorite.
Yes, we've got 2 pacing laps. We're going 1 to green here now. I got to ask before we go green here, who's your pick to win this race?
Well, Alec, you know, I've called his name a couple times, but I don't think I've called it here in the below the Double Yellow Cup Series, but Chris Simard, who's got the pole tonight,
Oh,
going to be the best spot that he's started all season long, and you might be able to take advantage here. Good track for him.
yeah. And my pick, he's great at this track. I saw him win here once. And I think he's going to get his first win. He's going to break up that big 3. Reggie Ortega is going to get it done tonight.
Reggie Ortega starting from that 9th position. We'll see what he can do in the 2 machine. About to get things going from the paperclip. Chris Smart will lead the field down to the start-finish line. Green flags in the air. We're underway at Martinsville. For the race lead down into turn 3, Samard has the inside. That car trying to hold steady on the top side. Not going to be able to do it though. Samard leads the lap number 1. We've got a car in the wall. That is Dennis Faircloth farther back.
All good composite bodies. Got a little bit of right front damage. All good. He's just getting forced up into the marbles right now. Trying to single file out. Kind of settle in. A long 150 lap race. Keep the tires under you. Got a long way to go here.
Side by side teammates right here. This is Seth Hatchell and Ryan Gemmel. The VSPEED machines as Hatchell looks to settle into line. I think we had a car go up the track. Is that Keith Mayato?
Might have went a little wide there. You know, we talk about those lockups. You can see Ortega right on the inside. It's going to be close all night long. They're going to be Doran. And you're going to see all of the above short track racing. Let's see, Mayato closes in, but he locks up that left front, right in front of AJ Shavati. You can see Dallas Sullivan goes up the track and allows Cody Adkins to get underneath him.
And Dallas losing some ground here. Started in 8th, but what you'll find here at Martinsville, that inside line is going to be the best way around. Until you're battling side by side, you might be able to hold people off by running up a groove, but right now Chris Samard, clear track in front. He is leading the way here, 5 laps in. Zach Carr just a couple car lengths behind him. Always in the picture, though, is that number 27, so keep an eye on him. How about AJ Stravato, already up 2 spots into the top 10? Gonna maybe make a move here on Reggie Ortega.
Hey, the guys that are making some progress, they started in the back. AJ Stravato starting midfield up 2 spots. Ben Baffert, I believe he started 21st. He's up 6 spots into 15th. And Eric Hutton, who started 20th, he's up 3 spots in 17th. Baffert so far the biggest mover in the race.
And that is not a surprise, seeing how fast he was in practice. Should have a good shot at a win here tonight. And Ben currently sits 21st in points. He missed, I think, the first 5 races of the season, first 4 or 5.
Is he 21st?
He is that far up. He is averaging, like we mentioned, just 5.6 average finish, which is 3rd best in the series. So really doing a good job in the races that he has been in.
Yeah, he's got to make some. He's got to have 3 big races in a row if he wants to have any shot at making the chase for the BTDY Cup.
Contact!
Oh, big wreck! Stravato's in it. No cautions. They're checking up in the back, and now the caution's out.
There it is.
He's got Cosman and one of the big 3. I believe that's AJ Stravato and Reggie Ortega.
Yeah, Ortega got collected with someone else there. We were taking a look at it actually at the time. Go back and take a look. Might have been Angelo?
Angelo there, let's see.
No, it was actually, I think it was
Oh,
Cosman.
Cosman's on the outside. So you could see.
Take a look here. We're looking at Reggie Ortega, the 2 machine. He was your pick.
My pick.
So Cosman up high. It's a little loose. They make contact, then Reggie overcorrects.
I think he's lucky AJ was there, and then you could see Faircloth, I think, was the reason for the caution spinning way back.
Yeah, he just lost it all on his own. Yep, just maybe saw what was going on, lost focus, but
Ortega's got a lot of right front damage. AJ Stravato doesn't have a front end, and that right side's beat in pretty well. Pretty much Ortega looked like he used Looks like he pretty much used Stravado as the wall, and Stravado kind of cushioned the blow for Ortega. I'd be worried about the toe link on the front end of Stravado's car probably being broken there in that incident, but yeah, I think that's more of a racing incident between the 48 and the 2. I think Cosman was starting to come down a little bit, and Ortega was coming up just the way the corner is, and I think they both kind of met for the same room, and that's what happens here. Things happen fast, things happen quick, and sometimes they can get ugly.
Yeah, that car doesn't look so good right there, that 33 machine, but we know anything. AJ Stravado can make anything go fast, so he is he's still got a shot at this thing. Maybe not the win at this point, but he can get up there and mix it up with the best of them, even in that machine.
Pit strategy is always something that can help. You just never know what's going to happen here. We've seen pit strategy work here, and we've seen the field get shaken up. I think if we get more green flag runs or longer green flag runs, we could see, obviously they can't make it on fuel for this entire race, but we do know they're probably going to have to pit, and as well, lap traffic plays a huge role here. And if we get long enough runs here, we know lap traffic can definitely play into how things shake out in this race. And it's going to be up to the leaders trying to get by them. We saw at Bristol, the leaders have trouble at Bristol. Here, much slower track, but still it's not as wide and not as many lanes to move around as there is in Bristol. But pace car's off, and we're coming back to the green.
Yeah, and Chris Simard has led every single lap so far as that car, maybe with another shot at taking the lead here, as he is going to be to the outside. Simard going to have control, and he is going to go early. Good jump for the 37.
Great jump. You can see Baffert already sending it 3 wide with Cosman. Cosman gets stuck in the middle with McGarvey. Cosman able to slap back in line. Single file out.
We'll see how much damage that 48 has as he tries to shut the door on the 60 of Jeremy Stanley. Yeah, that was close. But you'll see a lot of that here from this racetrack. Simard slips up the racetrack there. And here they go, side by side, racing down the backstretch.
That inside line usually prevails here. Simard can kind of cross him up. Not able to. Carr does a great job of checking him up off the corner. Zach Carr to the front, and right behind Simard, his teammate Seth Hatchell. Trouble on the front stretch. Safe is around.
Yeah, I saw him well in the back of that last shot. He was starting to go around, and I don't think anybody got into him, at least after he spun, but another caution coming out quickly there.
That was a no harm, no foul spin, but we'll take a look here.
Yeah, I think you're right. Looking at the 44 Red Speed machine of Safe Ferris, who battling with Timmy Emanuel. Yeah, Timmy, and then Hutton and McGarvey in front of him here, and just like we saw Dennis Faircloth do. And he stops it, and everyone avoids him. Great job. Oh, my goodness. Reggie Ortega just snuck by there. That could have gone from bad to worse for him. See how close this was. He's checking up behind the 1. And he actually gets hit by AJ Stravado. Oh, my goodness. Maybe even some sparks flying right there.
The back end crunkled up a little bit. Again, these next-gen cars, they're pretty sturdy. So you can kind of take some hits here. So curious to see if that affects him any much. I don't think it will. But great job by everybody missing Ferris there, because that could have been way bigger than what it was. And single car sprint definitely lucky to happen here at Martinsville. Things usually happen in a hurry, and they get big really quick. So great job by everybody missing them.
And these drivers have 4 additional sets of tires. And that should be enough for a 150 lap race here. This is just under 80 miles in length. So not going to be a lot of wear on these tires. You know, you could very comfortably go 50 laps without much fall off, just a 10th or 2 at this racetrack. So I don't know if tire strategy is going to be huge. You're just going to have to pick the right yellow flag to come in and take tires. And 2 tires could be a viable option as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know if you want to run, you know, I would say about 150 laps on those left sides. It could definitely wear out really quick. And don't want to, I don't know, honestly, with this car, we don't really know how things are going to work and what they're going to do. So I don't know. We saw 2 tires work in the Real Cup Series at Las Vegas with Alex Bowman Kyle Larson and William Byron, they end up taking 2 tires. So who knows? Martinsville's obviously way different track than Vegas. So we'll have to see as we come later into this race and when people are going to start thinking about pit stops.
Could make or break a race for some of these drivers, as it's going to be Zach Carr now with control of this restart following the second caution of the race. Chris Simard's going to be to his outside. He'll have to try and time this as well as possible. And not a very good jump there for the 37. That's going to allow Seth Hatchell straight on through. He'll take second away. Here comes Simard, though, charging back on the top.
What a spin by Simard going into that corner there. Side by side with his teammate Keith Maato, excuse me, and Hatchell's going to slot into second here.
That is Chris up on the top side. Keith is right there behind him, though, and he's going to now take a look to the inside of the...
Randy Willie! Into the inside wall, the trouble behind him!
Oh, big
wreck!
up.
Zach Smith around, Robert Gilmore, Jordan Shepler. Oh, they got to get going here. Gilmore's got to get turned around here. Zach Carr is coming off the corner. He's going to back it up here and let everybody come by.
All right, let's go take a look at what happened to all of these guys. Bring out this yellow flag really quickly coming out after the restart. Oh, maybe the 40 on the grass, possibly. Start all of this. Timmy was around, I think, in front of them. Let's take a look at Timmy. He loses it.
Yeah, he loses it, and then...
Robert Gilmore loses
Gilmore
it.
spun into Stravato, Brendel, and then Smith and Shepler kind of just piled into it.
What happened to Zach Smith here? He got tagged by Reggie Ortega. So Reggie and AJ have been involved in pretty much everything so far.
Incident.
So not a good start to their night. AJ, I think, just got a piece of it here. Yeah, right there. And then Brendel, nowhere for him to go. Thank you for the subscription there, Kevin Kretzer. Appreciate that. And yeah, so a bunch of drivers involved in this one and gonna get some damage fixed. And we still have everyone on the lead lap except Robert Gilmore, who's now gone a lap down, but that was just the way the car was pointed, I think, more than anything. So he'll look to get that back here, hopefully pretty quickly.
Thank you, Will. With the trends of cautions here, I think he'll probably have a shot.
Already 3 cautions in the first 25 laps. We had a nice little run there at the start. That might be our longest green flag run of the night in general.
I think the first one was, right?
Yeah, that was about 12 laps,
7 laps?
think. Oh, was it that few?
Was it that? I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I think you might be right, because Simard was leading under the pace laps, and I think he had 12 laps led when they came back to the green, so... Yeah, I think you're right. It was just about 7 laps, but that's our longest so far. I think we could maybe get a little bit more than that at some point here tonight, but track, always a race of attrition.
So yeah, I have faith that these guys will be able to get more than 7 laps in here. So I think they'll be able to, but I'm not really sure here. Never know these days. Really don't.
Yeah, the new car is really a curveball for a lot of people. It's been tough to figure out. I haven't done a lot of driving in it, but the little that I did, it is very difficult to figure out. But once you get it, it's just a specific way of driving it that likes, and you can make it around these places without much incident or much trouble at all. But everybody's trying to get everything they can in terms of speed, and you're right on the edge of being out of control. So that is what we're seeing at the back of the field here tonight. But
especially again with these new cars, we noticed that the slipping, or the slip angle, as they say, is not as much as it was with the Gen 6. Gen 6 had more of a skew and more of those flared out fenders. These cars do as well, but the sides on the right and left side are both flat as can be. So that definitely doesn't help when you're getting sideways.
I was looking at AJ's car and I was thinking it was a Gen 6 machine because it's a bit scrunched up lengthwise, and then his number's right in the middle. I think the only car that does that here in this field. But,
yeah.
It made it look a bit like a Gen 6 machine. As we are coming to the green, Zach Carr gets a good jump once again. Side-by-side teammates for a second. And Hatchell.
Smart has that preferred inside groove, as you can see. Zach Carr, but get a good bite off the corner. Now side-by-side for second. between Samard, Hatchell, and behind them, Angelo Ronis and Keith Maotto. Oh, and trouble in the back! Kenny Bishop gets turned into the outside wall.
Oh, and he's spun it back around, almost stuck in the grass right there. That was a close call, but he goes around. I don't know if anyone else was really involved in that one. Quick yellow again. And let's take a look. Right, Kenny Bishop. Number 4, Nerditude's machine.
He's racing with Emanuele.
Yeah, Timmy
just gets into him and spins one of those Martinsville incidents, and then he tried to get it turned around there, and yeah, got to be careful with the diffuser. And almost ripped it off.
Yeah, and that curb down there too. That's pretty tricky.
Don't want to get stuck on there either with the diffuser the way it is. You can probably get stuck on it, I would think, relatively easily. So
go on board here with Timmy and see what happened. I think he just missed the braking zone. Oh, maybe trying to make a move, but yeah, I think he just braked a little too late and tried to avoid him by going to the middle.
Yeah, I think he was just hoping he'd maybe door him out of the way, and looked like he just spun him there. I don't think Timmy was doing that intentionally. It just looked like he might have carried way too much speed in, and then looks like he just got into the 4 and spun him.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely not going to be an intentional incident there. That only 30 laps in, I don't.
Later.
Yeah, maybe later.
Yeah, later we could see that, and. You never know. Tempers get hot as the night goes on, and guys that are by the bubble, I'm guaranteeing you, they don't want to make anybody mad. Because I don't think you can afford a bad week here, and then go into Talladega. We know what can happen there next week, and that for sure we know can bring some trouble. So it's going to be interesting. Obviously, this week is going to be interesting after we finish this race with the way the points are going to shake up. And then going into Talladega where we know nothing can happen. Surprise winners. No winner you're in chase, but you just never know what can happen.
Yeah, that's a big factor with this new points format. You do not lock yourself in with a victory. It's much more about consistency in these first 12 races, and that determines the top 12 in the standings. And then it's like the old chase format. You run the last 8 races as if it was just a short season. You have to be consistent, and there's no bonuses for winning other than the extra points you get for the win itself. But no elimination or anything like that too.
And speaking of the chase format, Kenny Bishop was in 12th coming into this race. So that is a big blow for losing all those spots. You know, he's running, I think, midfield about 17th, 18th. Now he's back in, or he started 25th, but he had gotten some spots there. Now he's back in 27th. So guys like Dallas Sullivan, Jeremy Stanley, Timmy Emanuele, those guys are right there in points, right with them. Yeah, points are getting tight as we go into Talladega.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting next week. And then Michigan to close things out for the regular season. But Zach Carr in control, gets a good jump once again. Samard caught sleeping a little bit, but able to recover a bit as Hatchell now looks down to the inside, though he should be able to get second away. But Samard really strong here tonight. Not able to keep up, though, out of turn number 2.
These guys single filing out throughout the top 7. Samard gets bumped, I think, out of the way by one of his teammates, and now he'll have to slide him out. No! Oh, no! Hatchell or Gibble into the wall! Big wreck! Oh! Hard hits! Fair clocked in it!
One of the drivers we were complimenting on consistency early on this season, Ryan Gilmore, gets turned around here. Oh my goodness, those were some huge hits right there. And
Gilmore, I think Gilmore was the one that got hit.
Let's take a look here. So Samard had his troubles up in front. So he goes wide and then trying to recover out of the corner, just loses the back end. Then Gemmel just trying to avoid.
Because Cross Ortega's goes, and then behind him, Lambert.
Oh, Cosman gets into Dennis. Oh, man.
And then right in front of Ferris.
Yeah, so it was actually Nick Starling that collected the 6 right there.
Oh, was that Starling?
Yeah.
My apologies to Ortega.
Yeah, there goes Reggie right there at the end of it.
Reggie, yeah. They had about the same. They have the same front end. So yeah, Starling got into Gilmore, and Gilmore bounced off the wall. Oh man, a hard hit by Dennis Fairclough.
Head-on impact. Yeah, he couldn't see anything, and then he gets just punted out of the way, and oh man.
I think in front of, if we look at that again, I think Lambert and who was that? Alan Dyson, the 5 were side by side, and I don't think they were, from Fairclough's point of view, I don't think he'd been able to see from the cockpit that they were side by side, and a car stopped right in the middle lane.
Right.
And he checked up for it, and then Cosman hit the back end of the 80 and then sent him into the 6. And then Alan Dyson, Lambert have some damage, but looking at that, I don't think that was any fault of Cosman or Fairclough there. It's just kind of things bottling up there, especially with how the 6 bounced off the inside wall and then came back up into the front of the track and then just really nowhere to go as things kind of tightened up on the straightaway.
Yeah, that was a brutal hit for Ryan Gemmel. He is still pretty comfortably up there in the points. Came into this race 4th in the standings. Actually, only 1 point behind both Zach Carr and Seth Hatchell, and they both have multiple wins, and he has not found victory lane in this season, and not going to find it here tonight either. I know that's going to be a bummer for him. He was looking forward to this one, but not going to be a good night for him in the standings.
Obviously, like you said, in the standings, Samard getting in that. He's only, from going into this race, only 8 positions up. Honestly, Eric Hutton might be the only one being able to feel secure right now, getting into Talladega with somewhat of a cushion. Plus 30 above at the beginning of the race for the points. But Ortega only plus 12. He's running behind a few guys that he should be ahead of, that he needs to be ahead of, I should say. And then Chris Samard obviously getting in that instant. He was only 8 above. Jeremiah Vincent 7 above. Kenny Bishop plus 3. And then guys that are just out. Dallas Sullivan, and then Jeremy Stanley, Timmy Emanuele, Eric Lambert, from 45 points on down there. Stanley, I tell you, Stanley and Emanuele, as long as they can stay out of trouble, if they can get some top 10s, the guys that are ahead of them, especially Kenny Bishop, Jeremiah Vincent, or Ortega on down, from 9th on down to about 12th, they need those guys to have bad runs so they can close up the gap, and especially going into Talladega, needing those guys to have another bad race.
Well, Dennis Fairclough, this is going to be a big hit for him. 28th right now, one of those drivers in the bottom half of the top 10 in the standings, and he'll have some work to do next week at Talladega. Green flag back in the air. Zach Carr, good jump. How about Hatchell, though? Timed it perfectly. He'll slot right down in a second, but his teammate right on his bumper, and Ben Baffert gets shoved up the hill.
Baffert now with some left side damage, but what a great start to the race, already up. I think he started 21st, so he's already up 18 spots. Behind them, Stanley gets loose and almost gets up into the outside wall.
Yeah, big mover Ben Baffert on his way to the front. He's been one of the best cars all season long, and he is once again making his way back to
Jeremiah Vincent.
Yeah, there's Jeremiah, one of the drivers who needs a solid run tonight. Running 12th, not a bad run. Jeremy Stanley.
McGarvey.
Up to 7 back there. And AJ Stravato trying to recover somewhat, trying to work his way back forward, right behind Cosman and Reggie Ortega, as those guys fighting forward as well. Eric Lambert up here in the top 15 in front of them, having a solid night, although a bit of damage on that car now after the last wreck. But we'll see what he can do.
What cars don't have damage is the question, other than maybe the top 5.
And
even the battle for the lead.
Yeah, even they may have damage with Mayato and Baffert getting together a little bit there. Here is Seth Hatchell, though, over the bumper.
He's going to pressure Zach Carr here. I think it's maybe a little too early to start using the bumpers. As we go on later in this race, we know Martinsville, the famous bump and run here. As you can see, those brakes on the 27 and the 8 glowing, especially the 8 as he gets a big run off of 4. Not gonna use any run yet and try to, get his way to the inside. Eventually, as this race goes on, he's gonna want to start trying to get there. As you can see ahead, Robert Gilmore in the distance could maybe pick and choose when that move happens.
You can see Hatchell. I was gonna say, yeah. Oh, big slide! Oh,
what a save! But now Mayato's gonna open the door for Mayato on the outside.
That is an incident right there for most of the drivers, even in this field. But what a great job. And Seth Hatchell, who's won the last 2 championships, trying to go 3 in a row this season. And how about this? Closes right back up on Zach Carr.
Looks like Carr's probably saving his tires, or he might have pushed his tires off. But knowing Zach, he's probably trying to save him here. But as you can see, Hatchell, those rear tires probably a little angry at him. He's going to try to see if he can get out to the front and maybe cool him down a little bit. If not, try to cool him down in this process. But it looks like Zach Carr's kind of holding up these guys.
Yeah, I think he is right now. Hatchell trying to roll a little wide on entry and then cuts down, but not able to close up enough. Here comes Ben Baffert now, going to look to the inside of Mayato, who sends it in deep into the corner.
I'm being honest, I think
Oh!
Mayato gets loose off the corner. But I think Ben Baffert might, other than maybe Hatchell, but Baffert, I would say, has the best, if not the second best car in the field so far. And behind them, Angelo Ronis and Nick Starling starting to close up into this battle.
How about Nick Starling? This is one of the best runs that I've seen him have in a long time. You know, qualified 4th, running in 6th. Oh, and Robert Gilmore is in the wall.
Gilmore in front of the leaders is around.
And that'll bring out a yellow here at lap 50.
50 laps in. I don't know if we're gonna have if we're gonna be pitting here.
Some of these guys may be bringing it in, and Kenny Bishop is on pit road still. Goes 8 laps down now. That's gonna be big for him. He was just above the cut line. Taking a look at Robert Gilmore, you see the leaders closing in behind him. And a lot of drivers struggling with this here out of turn 4.
Just gets loose. And then into the inside wall. Tries to keep it away from everybody and then just stops there. Caution comes out. Yeah, just, you know, these cars are a little bit harder to drive, so obviously Robert, you can see just line up the tires, trying to probably stay ahead of the leaders there and not, you know, wanting to spin right in front of the middle of the racing line here, as we can see. Nobody's coming in, no takers in the top 5, top 10 probably. Curious to see Safe Ferris came in. He's getting some damage and everybody's staying out. Surprised not seeing anybody come in 50 laps into this race. I would have thought I'd see some more cars come in there. So surprised, but obviously these guys know a little bit more than me. As you can see, I think Dice, Shepler's coming in as well. So yeah, about 18th on back coming in here.
Getting damage fixed. It looks like all those cars with at least moderate front end damage. Yeah. And, you know, we've already had a couple big hits in the points tonight. Kenny Bishop, who is currently sitting, he's actually rolled off pit road now, 26th, 8 laps down. He came into this race just 3 points above Dallas Sullivan in the points. Dennis Faircloth came in 32 above the cut line, but he is 28th and still on pit road, 18 laps down. Ryan Gemmel came in 4th. He was about 73 above the cut line. And he is still on pit road as well, 27th on the racetrack. A few others, you know, that's pretty much it for, you know, big points hits so far. But AJ Stravato, Reggie Ortega, they've all been involved in accidents. Still trying to recover from those, although they're making their way forward pretty well. Stravato up to 14th and Reggie up to 13th.
And then another developing story, I believe Josiah Vincent is taking it behind the wall. Maybe some mechanical issues on that number 3 Bass Pro Chevrolet. He's taking it back behind the wall. I think we're coming to 1 to green here. This, you know, I think we've obviously seen a lot of caution laps. I'm curious to see when these guys are going to pit. I know pit stops might be able to dictate what's going to happen in the rest of this race. And I don't think Zach Carr, Hatchell, any of these guys want to get put behind in a hole where they're going to have to be aggressive, make moves. I think they want to stay up at the front and be the top 2 all race. We'll see here. I think Baffert, Hatchell, these guys, they might be a little bit faster than Carr, but we'll have to find out. Maybe Carr had a trick up his sleeve here. Try to get those tires under him here. Pace car's off. We're coming to green.
Yes, we are, and off and away goes Zach Carr. A good restart for the 27, and Hatchell trying to keep up here. He's going to send it down into turn number 1, try and roll the outside a little bit, keep himself alongside Zach Carr, and he's going to do just that. Down the backstretch, drag racing into turn 3. Hatchell not going to be able to do the same thing on this end. Here comes Ben, one of the fastest in practice. He's made his way to the front.
Baffert 21st up to second, or battling for second, I should say. Mayato, and then right behind him is the 22 of Angelo Ronos, who's inside the top 5. Baffert clears Hatchell into 3. And then behind them, Starling and Cody Adkins is up into the side of the top 10.
Cody started in 15th, running in 7th. Great night for the 81. And great night now for Eric Hutton, who's up 12 positions. Started 20th here tonight. Dallas Sullivan doing exactly what he has to do inside the top 10. Really been a good season for Dallas.
It has been solid season. It's been solid. I almost had a chance at winning Kentucky earlier this year with the pit strategy he played. Other than this, I'm telling you, Dallas Sullivan, he's doing what he needs to do, stack up those points, get himself a cushion going into Talladega.
Yeah, he's gonna need it. That place will that'll make you sweat for sure. It's still side by side. Hutton and Cody Adkins having a good battle back here for 7th and 8th. The longer you race side by side, the higher the likelihood you'll get together at some point, as Hutton almost tries to drop down there.
Tried to clear him there, but again, Adkins not burning up his tires as much as Hutton is having to put some more will in it on that outside. Behind them, Sullivan and Jeremy Stanley starting to slowly catch in. And another playoff, or championship contender, I should say, or, well, yeah, racing for the championship, trying to get into the championship contention, rider 12. Jeremiah Vincent right behind them. And that Hooters number 9, then Ortega and Stravatos. Things starting to calm down here, single file out.
Yeah, as Hutton has not been able to take that spot away from Cody Adkins, so really good driving there from the 81 to able to hold him off for the moment. But Eric's been one of those guys, he's been one of the fastest all season, just has not been a clean race for him yet in the first 9. And, you know, just based on pure speed, he's gotten some solid runs, but he's got to finish one of these things out, and tonight could be a good opportunity. He has won here before in this league.
It could be, and Eric, he's decent in the points. He's got to, like I said, got to build up that gap there, and I feel like he's got probably the biggest cushion, and if he can just, you know, keep the car clean here as he goes underneath Atkins for the 7th position, he's able to take that back.
Oh, Cody, big wiggle right there behind him, too.
Yeah.
Hangs on to it, though.
Love looking at these brakes. These brakes, obviously, in the night glowing. You can see the rotors on that 88 from diving it down deep into the corner. And now, battle for 9th position. Jeremy Stanley starting to pressure the 46 of Dallas Sullivan, and behind them, that's Ortega and Noseless. Oh, as you can see, Sullivan gets loose.
Big wiggle right there out of turn 4. Jeremiah Vincent looks to the top side, but that could cost him a spot. Reggie Ortega and Jeremiah he got his nose in there. He was trying, and he did that. He is still there, and it looks like Dallas struggling a little bit now as the run has progressed. But side by side down into turn 1, this is for the 10th position.
Never know. You could see maybe if we got a caution here, having Dallas Sullivan be one of those first cars to peel off in pit road. But I think if we get more than probably 10-15 laps here, I could see everybody start coming in here. As Vincent can't seem to roll that outside as good and get the grip and the drive off here. Is behind them Chris Samard underneath McGarvey.
He'll take that spot away. But what's crazy about these two battling for 10th and 11th, they're battling for 12th and 13th in the points.
Points, yes.
Just 3 points between them.
I think this is why Sullivan's trying to fight off as much as he can here. Doesn't want to give himself those valuable points here. You can see Vincent able to roll that top. If he can get the drive off here and get that run down the straightaway, should be able to clear. Can't do it yet. Sullivan's still fine. Now he's clear. Vincent's going to take the spot for 10.
Ooh, overshoots the corner a little, but able to hang on to it. That's the thing that we've... I think that's really what's causing these spins. They're overshooting the corner. The back end comes out. Oh, close call.
Gets in the back end of the 46. Sullivan able to gather it up. Little bump and run action, but now up front, Ben Baffert starting to charge for the lead here on Zach Carr. Baffert's just able to run the center so much better. As you can see, gets the wide entry, kind of diamonds the corner, trying to get the drive off from Zach Carr.
He is there right on the bumper. The Bernie Lytics machine. I think he's got to update that scheme. I don't even think that's the podcast. Oh, big wiggle. I think Zach needs to update his paint scheme. I'm pretty sure they changed the podcast name, but either way, yeah, they just, I think it's the Bernie Breakdown or something like that
heck
now.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
I don't know. He's got a different car on my screen, so.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I think my trading paint's having problems. I'm having issues in on the Thursday night league as well, as change for position back here for 6th. That is the 7 of Nick Starling getting passed up by Eric Hutton.
And then Stanley going underneath Cody Adkins for the 8th position. Stanley's been on the move lately as this run has progressed.
Yeah, up from 19th starting position, but definitely moving forward here in this green flag. Right? Oh, little door bang in there out of turn 4.
All good composite bodies. These bodies are made for that kind of racing. We saw it Coda this past weekend, but now Stanley's going to take the 8th position, and now Atkins will fall into the clutches of Jeremiah Vincent.
As the battle for the race lead is still hot and heavy, that is Ben Baffert all over the back of Zach Carr. And Zach has had a lot of pressure on him tonight. He has not been able to drive away like we've seen him do at other races. There are drivers out here tonight that I think can keep up with him. It's just so hard to pass here. If everybody's running as hard as they can, you might have to use the chrome horn.
For sure. You know, we've seen it plenty times here of guys using the apron here. Or, sorry, you see the bumper, not the apron, as you can see. Baffert just slowly but surely just trying to, as you can see, Carr cutting this to the corner there. I'm also noticing Ben Baffert shifting in the corners.
Oh yeah, downshifts on his way in. Interesting. I guess there are 5 gears in this car. Maybe they're using all 5. He might be going to 4th, but he is right there.
Yeah, that 3rd gear might be rolling the center so much better. Looks like he's able to get so much more rotation, but he's got to be careful on exit. Doesn't want to heat up those rear tires too much. You can see, look at the run, able to pressure the 27 of Carr just more. Carr just cannot get the bite off the corner.
And Ben just doing everything he can. Little brush on the wall there for the 27. Also in other news, Ryan Gemmel just brought it back down pit road. He rides 27th, 37 laps off the pace.
Taking it behind the wall.
Yeah, I don't blame him. That's a tough race to finish out. It's not a fun place to ride around if your car is broken. So don't blame him for doing so. As Zach Carr, continuing to show the way. One of the big 3 drivers. The other one.
Get them loose out the corner, and it's going to allow Carr to pull a little bit ahead. I can definitely tell. It looks like Baffert's shifting. Gets it off the corner. He's just getting a little bit looser, but I don't think you want to use up those rear tires. Shifting, obviously, you're turning higher RPMs. We saw it at Phoenix earlier this year with Chase Briscoe. As the caution's out, Zach Smith is around, and I'm assuming we're going to see guys bringing it down pit road here. Make sure that they're good on field. We're going to have about 70 laps to go, so this is perfect time to bring it in here.
I think it's the same thing we've seen all race long from drivers losing it out of turn number 4. Zach Smith, the latest culprit. And yeah, he just loses the back end of his race car and into the inside wall. As the leaders all bringing it in here. Zach Carr is going to lead him down.
Baffert obviously started 21st. He's up inside the top 2. Curious to see. I've heard sometimes you want to be on the straightaway, get a little bit of a faster pit stop. Not sure here, as you can see now into the box. Jack comes up, comes back down on now the right rear tire or right side tires up on Zach Carr now. See Baffert rolling through the pits.
Oh my auto, 2 tires.
Auto took 2. Carr out 2nd, Baffert 3rd. The Hatchell, Ronis, Hutton, Starling, then Stanley, Ortega, and Vincent will round out your top 10.
Got a little wild card for you here, though. Timmy Emanuele. And Jordan Shepler, both staying on the racetrack.
Oh, Safe actually brought it in. Oh, boy. Told you, strategy. I don't know if these guys are going to pit, though, but Timmy Emanuele leads a lap. And I believe that's a point, right?
Yes, it is a point here. I don't know if he'll be able to get most laps led unless he can find a way to stay out front for quite some time here. But it's been Zach Carr in control of this race for a good portion of it. But this could be a very interesting strategy call. And Zach Carr now going to be mired in 4th behind 2 cars with old tires and 1 car with 2 tires.
This could shake up the way the complexion of this race turns out here. I think, obviously, in that last run, Ben Baffert using something that I don't think we've seen anybody else use so far on the short tracks this year, other than what we've seen in real life, is shifting in the corners. We know with this sequential gearbox, a lot easier to to kind of bang the gears around other than the H pattern. And we remember the H pattern, a lot harder to go from third to fourth. This just a simple blip down, blip up, and then a blip back down with the sequential shifter.
Yeah, that is true. You know, I haven't thought about that, but that makes it a lot easier to prevent wheel hop and things like that at these short tracks as well as the road courses. And we did see some pretty good racing action at Coda.
We did.
My thoughts on that race, it was a bit too long, but it was a very exciting finish.
It was great, though.
Yeah.
I noticed that they had more laps in the Cup race than they did in the Formula 1 race, and Formula 1 car is about a minute faster there, so I'm sure that'll be something looked up into for next season. So, all in all, it's a great race. These cars, so far this season's been off to an amazing start, so looking forward to the rest of the season and looking forward to Richmond this weekend in new cars. So, but
yeah, I like that place. I've been there a couple times too. It's not always the most exciting, but it does run pretty clean and green there. Green flag early.
like,
What
yeah,
just?
wow. That's odd, but all right.
I think...
that might cause some confusion there, as you can see Baffert.
Oh, my auto!
He gets car into it!
And Hatchell and McGarvey!
Oh no! All the top 3 best cars are in it!
Oh my goodness, the 36 in Mayato, his bad luck continues here tonight. He gets turned around. I don't know if that was Ben Baffert who got into him, but...
Stemmed it 3 wide and then turned Mayato, and then Mayato spun up the track into the 27, and then the 8 got collected.
Yeah, so you know what I think happened? The one of Zach Smith was in front of the pace car, and that must have screwed up the whole timing of the green flag coming out.
The caution came in a weird spot where, the caution came out, and then Emmanuel wasn't ready for it. And then Baffert went down to the inside, and then
contact
it closes up there, and he hit that curb, and then he just goes out. That's aggressive move by Baffert, and then Zach Carr, that's a hard hit on the right front. I think Hatchell is fine. Mayato might not be so much. McGarvey might have a lot of damage, but I think Zach Carr's left front's got a lot of damage. Baffert's going to claim that caution, so he'll go to the back. Now that opens the door for Angelo Ronis, Eric Hutton, Nick Starling, Jeremy Stanley, Reggie Ortega. The big 3 all in a wreck so far tonight. This race just got flipped upside down.
Yeah, the half mile of mayhem. That tagline is coming true here tonight.
It is.
We're almost at lap 90, and Timmy Emanuele is leading this race right now.
How about Timmy?
We see Timmy pull a really clutch moment here and find victory lane at Martinsville.
Points. It would shake up the points like probably nobody would believe, but who knows? Scheffler, again, another one that could play a strategy.
Scheffler could have an opportunity here. I think Scheffler's got a bit more damage on his race car, but not going to be too bad. Find out here how this shakes out for him. But you want to talk to somebody? Let's see if we can pull somebody in here if they're not going to get the one to go this time.
Hold on. Did they get the one to go?
They got the one to go.
They got the one to go. Well, we'll do it next time.
Yeah, maybe next time. We don't get a lot of... Oh, wait,
no.
Did
they? I don't know.
No, they are back to 2 to go.
All right,
so.
let's get Timmy Emanuele in here real quick.
All right, let's pull him in.
Timmy Emanuele, Alec Martinez, Adam Baker in the booth. You got a copy?
Hello, fellas. How are y'all?
I'm doing great. I'm curious. You think you can hold on?
Oh, we're gonna find out. Can't win
Heck
a race
yeah.
if you don't show up for it. So, we're showing up to P1, so we're gonna try to stay here.
Heck yeah. I know I saw you bringing into the pits before that happened. Obviously, got a little bit older tires. The big 3's all been a wreck. So, you think you could be the one to upset it?
Oh, like I said, you got to be here in order to try. So, we're gonna try.
Heck yeah, man. Well, good luck, man.
Thanks, sir.
Good luck. No. Thank you. Go get him.
Alan says thank you as well.
Oh, tell him I said thank you back. All right, good luck.
I know Timmy's a big Chase Elliott fan, I think. So those lines right there, he sounded exactly like Chase Elliott. Obviously been learning from him. But how about Jordan Scheffler getting going here a little early, maybe? Timmy has control of this restart, though.
Backing it up here.
Here we go. Wait.
Oh, really backing it up. Oh, Starling gets in the...
That was Angelo Ronis.
Ronis.
Oh, and Angelo's in the middle of all this. That is Oh, and did Ben Baffert got the EOL, I think.
He did. Yeah, he claimed that caution. Baffert's gonna have to claw his way back up to the front. We're already making 3 wide bonsai dive bombs into the corner.
Oh, Shepler! Oh, hard in the wall!
Huge! Massive. Sullivan's in it. No caution.
How was there no yellow? Reggie Ortega just got destroyed. He came across the
They
track.
all saved it. They all saved it.
No, he did not. And Reggie Ortega slammed the outside wall. Where is his car?
He's racing next to the 44.
What is going on? Wait, let's go back and look at this.
Next gens, baby.
Look at this. Alec, did you see this?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not a caution.
There is no yellow. They're 4 wide.
What?
Reggie Ortega got destroyed, and he has to keep going here. That shakes things up in the mid-pack. Angelo Ronas takes the lead away from Timmy.
He misses the corner.
Nick
Wait,
Starling.
someone's in the wall. Shepler's in the wall. Oh, he just stored Lambert. Lambert's gonna spin.
Oh my goodness, yellow flag now flies. This was chaos. I don't know.
I don't know what to say.
I have never seen a sequence like that where we had a car literally spinning like a whirlwind in the middle of the racetrack. Oh my goodness, let's go take a look.
Oh, he just took car into the wall.
Oh my gosh, let's go. There was a big wreck behind Eric Lambert that brought out the yellow.
I don't even know what to say when I just witnessed the last 5 laps.
I don't either, as Lambert goes through the corner here. Oh, and Reggie Ortega took out McGarvey.
McGarvey.
Oh.
Car just wrecked. Baffert into the wall. There's like.
Oh my goodness, there's
I
like.
don't even,
Oh.
Yeah, right in front of Hatchell, and then Sullivan, Cosman, Hatchell into the tire barriers, or the water barrels. Then Dice gets into it. Cars around. The days for the big, or I would say the big 3 get a little bit worse. But AJ Stravato with no front end is running in 5th. Yeah.
We're gonna go back a little ways here and see what happened to Reggie Ortega.
Yeah. Yeah.
In that whole first incident, because we just had 2 crashes, major crashes, and one of them, yeah. So
Shepler got loose, hooks Ortega, hits head on. Sullivan gets into the wall. Then Stanley gets squeezed into the wall.
Reggie Ortega's running 8th after this caution.
But his car is killed. There's no way that's going to be able to run. And now look, 10 cars just came into pit lane with damage.
Oh my goodness, this was just an incredible turn of events right here. It worked out pretty well for Timmy Emanuele, who's still up here in 3rd, but
I'll tell you who that worked out for. Nick Starling is in 2nd.
In 4th.
And Angelo Ronas is in 3rd. If I'm doing this right, the top 4 have never won or in this league. Actually, has Jeremiah Vincent or Eric Hutton ever won in this league or in the Cup Series?
Eric Hutton has multiple Cup wins.
Hutton.
Yes, he has I think 4.
So there's only, and has Ortega?
Reggie has not won.
Okay, so
Jeremiah Vincent has league wins as well as Nick Starling. Nick has.
But I'm saying in the Cup Series though.
Nick does have 2 Cup Series wins. Yep.
Oh, he does.
Yes.
Okay, so then other than that, 7 of the top 10 have not won, and the leader has not won in the Cup Series yet.
Things are about to get shaken up here tonight. It's
gonna get wild. Unless AJ Stravato magically wins, which we've seen it happen. So.
Yeah, I said don't count him out early on, right? It's exactly what I said.
We never can.
You can never count out the 33.
The Italian Stallion.
The all-time wins leader here, and Angelo Ronas looking for his first. Nick Starling, this would be his 3rd career Cup win and his 4th career league win. He does have an Xfinity Series win at Daytona, and he did get a win at Kansas to make his way into the championship 4 a few seasons back. He also won at Talladega.
Is it in the Cup Series?
Yes, in Cab.
Get it. Okay, never mind. I lied. Forget everything I said. Anyway,
no, that was Nick Starling, not Angelo. But
Nick Starling. Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Green flag back in the air. Angelo Ronas leads us down into turn 1. It is, a melee back here behind 3rd place. Chris Simard now clearing Timmy Emanuele. Timmy's going to be right in the way of AJ Stravato, and he's going to get the bumper.
Oh, man. getting into the door of Jeremiah Vincent, who should have said at the pre-race was one of those dark horses. He tends to run good here, and he slots his way into fourth. And now Emanuele kind of holding up the 33s. Ortega gets a run on the outside with Baffert right behind him and Eric Hutton. As you can see, oh man, Stravato is shoving the 39 into the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, Atkins spins on the front stretch. No caution somehow. I love this game.
Wow.
No caution.
Take a look at that. Yeah, fully around there, locked it up,
Yeah.
and able to keep it moving here. But yeah, no caution for that one. AJ Stravato also losing a lot of ground. He's back to 9th after.
He got loose off the corner.
Yeah,
Like Atkins, and then he lost the spots. So you can see Ortega skips the 39 into the corner. And Emanuele probably not going to appreciate that now. Ortega's going to look down to the bottom.
and Timmy is
Getting
not.
aggressive and physical. Oh, and Ortega spins the 39. Baffert into the wall, and they crash on the front stretch again.
Jeremy Stanley involved in this one as he's backing up. Oh!
And McGarvey to the inside wall.
Oh my goodness, there is so much happening here. But man, Timmy
Tempers
Emanuele.
are flaring.
Timmy Emanuele's not a guy who will take those bumps lightly, and
I think,
he was
yeah,
trying
I
to
think
pinch.
right there he just started turning left into Ortega there. And then
Baffert.
right in front of Stanley and I think Stravato just got into it. And then Cosman into it. And then McGarvey, let's see, yeah, Stanley knocked it into reverse and just spun McGarvey to the inside wall.
Oh my goodness, this has just
wow.
evolved here quite a bit. We had some pretty normal wrecks, single car incidents and things like that. These have all been pretty big accidents here.
It's getting physical out here. And looking now, I think Jeremiah Vincent might be the only guy with a clean car. Jeremiah Vincent's kept it. Oh, never mind. He's got from front. Okay. Take that back. Everybody has damage that I'm looking at. The whole entire top 10 has a fender rub, mark, door mark, everything. Scratches, bumps, dents. You got damage, you name it, it's on one of these cars.
Keith Milo has a pretty clean car. He did get involved. Never mind.
I don't think anybody has a clean car. It's pretty much been a race of attrition. Angelo Ronis has some right front damage, or some rear end. I think the cleanest car up here in the top 10 is probably Jeremiah Vincent with just a little crinkle in the front end. Other than that, these cars are killed. But that's what we love about these next gens.
Yeah, and it has been pretty entertaining to watch them kind of beat and bang and continue to race on. But 10 cautions in this race, only 5 lead changes so far, and Angelo Ronis leading Nick Starling, Chris Samar, Jeremiah Vincent, and Reggie Ortega. That's probably not the top 5 that you were expecting to hear here tonight, but the top 3 in the standings all having big problems. AJ Stravato really the only one with any shot at things. He's in 8th right now. Yeah, I mean, Angelo Ronis has been as consistent as anyone, and he has just missed out on a couple of wins this season. So,
I mean, Auto Club, if any, were the perfect example of how Angelo Ronis' BTDY Cup career has been so close, but yet so far. Losing that race, what did he lose it by? 11 tenths of a second?
11 thousandths, I think.
Or
yeah.
11 thousandths of a second in probably the best finish of the year so far.
That's the closest finish
ever, right?
In league history, yeah, and it's,
exactly.
he was on the losing end of that. Yeah.
I know. So, yeah, these next gen cars have been awesome this year. So, we've seen it in Cup, 6 different winners, 6 different races, or 7. 6 different winners, 6 different races. I see a 7 happening in the Cup Series this next weekend at Richmond. But what are we going to be on our 4th different winner if we get somebody different here this season? Obviously, the only guy in the top 10 that's actually won a race this season is an 8th. So, still about 40 to go.
That car 13, Seth Hatchell, is 19. So it has been a bad day for those drivers, all with very good average finishes. All averaging an 8th place finish or better, and only one of them is running 8th place or better.
I say you don't want to. The Big 3 doesn't want to lose its mojo going into Talladega or going into the chase, I should say. But we're coming to green. Rowan is stacking the restart, and he's off and away. Starling able to get a good restart. Jeremiah Vincent in the 9. Oh, locks up.
Here comes Reggie Ortega now looking to the inside for the 4th position. Samard doing a good job hanging on. Yeah, Baffert is closing
back
in.
Here. And then obviously we see Stravato on the inside of Mayato. Cosman having a great rebound in the 48 McDonald's Ford Mustang. He's obviously up there. Baffert sending it 3 wide, thinks better of it.
Yeah, that has not worked out for him a couple of times so far.
Oh, Samard!
No! Huge hit.
It gets worse for Samard.
Oh man, he was making his way back up there. He was running in 3rd at the time of the incident. What just happened to him? He just loses it out of turn 2.
He just locked it up with 2. We've been seeing that with these next-gen cars. These guys get loose off corners, and once these guys come around, it's hard to catch it. I think it's a perfect example. The back end comes around, no time to get on the brake, and that thing just comes right on around. And
oh,
safe! I think Safe had the same thing, and he was going to be able to save it if Samard wasn't there, and he had to
no, he just
miss.
He decided to go that way. I don't think he had an option though. There were drivers to his right. I don't think
he had anywhere to go there, honestly.
Take another look. There's a little spot there, but it was closing up with Hatchell, so he really didn't have much option. At least probably at the time he didn't think he did. So big hit there for him as well.
I'm telling you, Jeremiah Vincent, Reggie Ortega. I should say this: Ortega, Vincent, Hutton, Baffert, and Stravato, the entire top 10 has rallied from problems in this race, going to the back and coming up to the front. The top 2 have relatively stayed in the top 7-ish all day. So those guys have been really the only ones that haven't really had to go to the back and kind of just cycled up to the front here. But this is getting wild. Who knows with the next 40 laps what's going to happen. Heck, seeing this at Martinsville makes me wonder what we're going to have in VSPEED after dark.
Yeah, that is going to be a fun one. Miata's at Michigan. I'm really looking forward to that. I know there's a few people that are also joining it, I think, for the first time. Or my brother's going to be in it for the second time.
Yeah,
and
Noah's coming in.
A couple other friends going to be jumping in there. So that'll be a lot of fun for them. And, you know, I love those Miatas. We've had great races every time with them.
I urge you, if you're in here, come on in and watch Twitch TV / VSPEED Sim. It's going to be a heck of a race. I urge you, come on down, watch it on the Twitch platform. It's a great show. A lot of the guys from here are racing it, but we also have some other guys that race in it as well. So come on in, enjoy, watch it, have some fun, sit back, relax, laugh a little. Boys put on a good show.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to that. It'll be a nice little relaxing break from a couple of long days for like I was talking with you about, but this has been a very entertaining race as well. If you are enjoying it out there, thank you so much again for tuning in, and you can make sure to like that, hit that like button and subscribe right here on YouTube. You can also find us at these different social media outlets where we're posting updates throughout the week. Yeah, a lot of great racing content over there. So make sure to follow us on those, stay up to date with what we're doing. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Martin Sports 150 from Martinsville. Pace car lights are off. We'll be going green this time around. And it is Angelo Ronas and Nick Starling going to be leading us back to the green flag. 35 laps to go right now. Laps are winding down. Drivers getting antsy. And it's getting pretty wild out here tonight. This pace car...
Fenders are going to start coming together, let me tell you.
Yeah, if feelings aren't hurt already, they are going to be, as Angelo Ronas into the restart zone. Holds him a little while, gets going though. Good jump over Nick Starling, but can Nick get down in line? He's going to try, and no.
Oh, man. Vincent locked up on the inside now. Here comes Vincent, still able to fight back here. Got to be careful locking up as he gets loose into the 7. Knocks the 7 up the racetrack behind them.
Contact!
No! Big wreck on the front stretch!
Oh my goodness, Nick Starling gets turned around, able to continue on though.
And the cut line is going to get just chopped in half. The 9 car involved, no front end.
Oh my
goodness. I don't even know.
When you think he's got it made, running in 3rd, it all goes downhill from there, and that could have been a golden opportunity. Just hang on up here. Don't get involved in something. And he was racing side by side, gets a little into Nick there. Nick goes up the track,
Trying to
loses
get loose.
control.
Oh, and then
Huge
Hutton
hits.
gets in it, and then Baffert gets a piece of it. Zach Carr is back up to the front. AJ Stravato's up here in 5th. This is just, it's getting crazier and crazier every lap we go.
Not too bad for Ben Baffert. I think he got a little bit
I
of
think he's
a
fine.
hit on the door.
Hutton got a little bit of front end damage, but I don't think it should affect him too much. Angelo Ronis is liking what he's seeing right now, watching everybody behind him just kind of implode.
Yeah, Angelo could be setting up for a golden opportunity here to get his first career win. He's got one of the cleanest cars on the racetrack and also has the lead. But who did I talk about earlier as well? The driver who has an opportunity tonight, good at this racetrack, Eric Hutton. Riding in that second
That's where
spot.
he needs to be.
Yeah.
Ortega's there as well, who needs a good race as well. Baffert, who needs a big night to get some points up on some guys. Obviously, AJ Stravato trying to build on his points lead. Zach Carr, Cosman, these guys are all up here rebounding from a great race. So, rebounding for a great race. But, wow, this is getting wilder and wilder by the minute, as they say. And let me tell you, if this is anything for Talladega next week, whew, we are in for a treat. Also, somebody somebody put in the chat, how many cautions is that?
That is our 12th caution.
12th caution. Yes. Oh, sorry, in the chat. Okay, this is what I see on the, on my screen. I don't know if you see it on yours, but, Zach Carr has a different paint scheme. It's the Creative Hemp machine on that 27. It's got a nice scheme, black, some yellow stripes, and no spoiler. Oh, no, he's got a spoiler. He's got a deck lid on there. No back bumper though.
I'm still seeing the Bernie Lytics machine. So
I know.
I'm gonna have to do some diagnosing for trading
good.
paints. May have to reinstall that program and delete all my
Yeah.
paints, but no worries. We'll get it figured out. Sorry about that, Zach. I know you've got a new sponsor on the machine, so. We'll get it up there for you next time. I don't think it's something we can figure out here before the end of the broadcast, but yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, commenting, everybody. Hope you are enjoying it. We do have Angelo Ronis out in front. He's led 30 laps now. I think we're getting the 1 to go. There it is. 1 to green this time. So it will be 38 laps remaining in this event. We do have overtimes available. I think it's up to 3 overtime attempts.
Yeah. So I gotta ask. Actually, you know, I'll ask next caution. Because I'm assuming probably gonna get one. So I'll ask next caution what we think for next weekend. Or this weekend for the upcoming Cup race. But first of all, we gotta focus on this race because it's about to get wild, it's about to get crazy.
It is, as Angelo Ronis going to lead us through to the restart zone once again. Eric Hutton alongside him. Backing him up, green flag back in the air. Good jump for the 22. Hutton, also good jump. But here goes, yeah, the big send down into turn 1.
And behind them, Stravato and Baffert side by side off the corner. Ortega looks like he's down with a little bit of power on the straightaway. Can't get the giddy up down the straight. As you can see, Hutton able to pull him off. We'll see here down this front stretch. It's like Hutton, he just has more power. As Ortega maybe down a little bit after getting some engine damage. As you can see, locks up. Hutton locks up, gets bumpered. It's the bumper to the back of the 88 there, and Hutton goes up into the wall.
Side by side battling for second is Angelo Ronis, driving away now 9/10 up the road already. He is loving what he's seeing. This battle for second, though, really hot and heavy as the 88 now pulls down in front. Now battling behind them, that is Ben Baffert, AJ Stravato, and the modified division moving towards the front in the 27 and the 33. Both of those drivers.
The big three always trying to find a way to get in racing contention. As you can see, Ortega gets loose off the corner. Now Baffert looks up to the outside. Ortega, you can see, he's struggling on the straightaways, can't get the power down. As now you can see behind them, 2 rows of side by side. The 33 and the 27.
Cosman right here behind them. He's had a good recovery up to 7th. That car has been through everything. And how about Cody Adkins? That might be the cleanest car on the racetrack.
Yeah, now it is.
Bit of damage on the back end, but the whole...
Stravato misses the corner. He's going to fall back a long way.
Yeah, that top lane is where we've seen drivers have issues getting back on the throttle, so it's always dangerous if they miss the entry.
I think the thing is you don't want to get up too high because all the marbles that are up there that have built up from this entire race are all up there, and there's no grip once you run those over. And now behind them, or behind Ben Baffert, Zach Carr underneath Reggie Ortega for the 4th position.
Side by side down into turn number 3. It's going to be Zach Carr taking the 4th position away, trying to continue his march back towards the front. He's already led a lot of laps here. 66.
Oh, Eric Hutton spun!
Oh, and he already towed it, I think.
He just alt forward.
Oh my goodness, Eric Hutton riding in 2nd. Has problems here tonight in the closing laps.
Me.
It seems
Running
like
the top 3 have just been in so much trouble.
Yeah, it's like there's a curse up here at the front, except for the race leader.
He just gets off the corner, and then he spins, and then he just alt forward, knowing that it probably wouldn't have been good if he kept on the track. So, that means Ben Baffert into 2nd, and Zach Carr into 3rd, Ortega 4th, Cosman in 5th, Cody Atkins up to 6th, AJ Stravato 7th, Dallas Sullivan 8th, Eric Lambert 9th, and Zach Smith in 10th.
Eric Hutton with the death wobble takes him to out of contention and behind the wall here tonight. So he calls it an early night. Not going to be good for his points standings efforts as he comes into this race. Where is he?
Well, he was plus 30, and now he's probably going to be right on the cusp of being in or being out. The cut line going into Talladega is going to be very entertaining to keep track of. It's going to be absolutely insane. Next week, are we going to see a mix of being cautious and being aggressive? Are we going to see all of the above? Are we going to see aggressiveness? Are we going to see cautiousness throughout the entire race? So many different ways the race can play out, especially if we have 30-plus cars. I know the Shenandoah Shine Boys probably in that race working together. Those guys are going to be really hard to beat next week. Next week's team strategy, it's everything you can imagine at Talladega is going to be crazy. Big wrecks, probably get a flip or two. Close racing, pack racing. It's going to be probably a can't miss event there.
I'm not going to want to miss that one at all. Angelo Ronis trying to do everything he can to avoid having to rely on that race or the following one, and doing what he needs to do. But how about Ben Baffert? All those problems for drivers at the cut line are opening up an opportunity for him. If he can win tonight, it's max points pretty much for him. And
maybe a few after that racing incident or the incident he got in, but nonetheless, that's a good amount of points. And then with the guys all having issues around the cutoff, gonna gain a lot of points. But he's gonna need to be solid these next 2 races or 3 races, including this one. So he's still got a very steep hill to climb. If he didn't miss North Wilkesboro, it might be a different story. But he's gonna need top 5 finishes for sure these next 3 races.
Yeah, right now, came into this race 78 points below the cut line, but almost every single driver above the cut line and around it has had major problems here tonight. And he's maybe in position to win this race. I cannot believe that Zach Carr is back up here. That car is missing both ends. And, man, just like AJ Stravato, you can never count out that 27 as Zach Carr. He's, I think, he's won the most races over the last 2 seasons if you combine them together. So definitely a force to contend with every time he's on the racetrack.
Sure. It makes me think here. I think everybody but Angelo Ronis has had to come from the back and get to the front. So, props to everybody there. This race just continues to get more wild. Angelo Ronis has 15 laps. 15 clean laps. He can just do the pace he's been running at, hold off everybody behind him. He should have a good shot. Baffert gets a good jump, not able to clear or stay with Ronis, but he'll tuck in behind for 2nd.
Oh, and a little wide there for the 22, but good recovery out of the corner there as they are stacking up farther back behind Eric Lambert. That is Nick Starling and a few others,
Hatchell.
3 wide.
Oh, Hatchell squeezing his way in front of Emanuele, and then Zach Smith getting loose off the corner.
Oh, look at them bobbing and weaving here.
Stumbling.
All making moves. As Hatchell, a little wiggle, almost gets Lambert.
Man, he's in the wall.
I think he got squeezed a little bit by the 19 at the exit after he was loose. And, yeah, now fighting with Timmy Emanuele, but keep an eye on the 8 to try and get up in the top 10. Angelo Ronis, under 15 to go. Yeah, he was, but that gap closes up a little bit. Look at Baffert closing in.
We've seen Baffert shift in the middle of the corners. I don't know if Ronis is doing that. I'm curious to see. We've seen Baffert shift in the middle of the corners. Now it's time to use up all your tires. Baffert having to shift is going to use up a lot of those rear tires. Can Ronis stay solid and stay on his toes? Because Baffert is going to keep him on his toes. And I know that Ben Baffert is not going to be afraid to use the bumper with less than 10 to go.
Ben Baffert, who's finished on the podium here already a couple times this season, looking to get back up on the podium, but this time on the top step. It would be his first career win. It'd be Angelo's first career win, and right behind them, a many-time winner.
Oh, Keith Mayato, I believe, got in it. Jeremy Stanley has spun.
Evan McGarvey is well involved in it. Let's see. Mayato with more nose damage. He's had a rough night. Let's go take a look here.
Ronis is, I don't know if Ronis is going to love or like or hate these, but let's see here. All right, let's see.
Oh, it was already in front.
Oh, yeah, Mayato. Oh, yeah,
60
yeah.
is
With the
Stanley.
60 and the 36 here. It's like,
Oh,
yeah, closed up there. Smith gets into Mayato, and then Mayato into Stanley, spins him around, and then, McGarvey gets in it, nowhere to go.
you can see the frustration right there from
yeah.
Jeremy Stanley. He's been
And
through
then
the
does
ringer.
a burnout and gets it going straight. So yeah, this could be a restart probably within 5 to go or with 5 to go. Ronis, if he could just get a good start, get Carr to his teammate to kind of stay with him here, Baffert's gonna have a hard time. But Ronis is gonna need to be on his toes here. It's getting down to the nitty gritty, as they say, and Baffert's going to need to keep Ronis on his toes, and he needs to be within distance to maybe have to use the bumper going into turn 3 on the final lap. Doesn't want to spin him. If he spin him, it'd be a really questionable move. Probably wouldn't be a move liked by most of the garage here. So, can see, though, I could see where the last few laps might get really physical between the top two, both going for their first wins, and then the veteran who's won plenty of times this year, but many times in his career. That can find his way to win a race, but we see Cosman, we see Reggie, these guys are all hungry for wins, and Zach Carr wouldn't mind adding another one as well. So this restart is going to be maybe one of the most important restarts any of these guys have ever done. So pressure's on. Pressure is on.
Pressure is on for sure. Angelo Ronis, what a statement this would be to just have a good, clean race, be up here, hold off two of the best drivers this season in Ben Baffert and Zach Carr in terms of average finishing positions. Those guys both top 5, and Ben basically averaging top 5 finishes in his few starts here. So a driver who's definitely got the speed and has been up at the front quite a bit, and he's going to put the pressure on. Ben has been as aggressive as anybody on these restarts. He'll take him 3 wide if he has to, if Zach Carr gets in the mix there too. But I noticed Dennis Faircloth got a lap back here under the yellow flag.
79 laps down now, so
good to see him back on the racetrack, at least running this thing out to the end here. He joins this field of modifieds, but he's also missing the hood on that race car.
He's missing everything pretty much.
Yeah, the camber is a bit off on that car as well.
Just a little bit. But so we come to 1 to green here. Before we go, who's your pick for this week's race at Richmond?
You know what? Alex Bowman won there.
Alex Bowman, that's a good one.
I think Bowman's been really on it this season, especially closing races out. I know some people think he gets a bit lucky. He has gotten lucky at times, but man, he can close the deal when it comes time to do it. So I think he's my pick. What about you?
I got Chase Elliott. Get the Hendrick grid back in pit into victory lane, but here we go. Ronis stacks the field. Baffert doesn't get as good of a jump. Ronis opens up about a car length lead.
Baffert sends it into the corner, able to get it slowed up, and he is going to be there. 5 laps to go. He is half a car length.
Setting himself up. Can he use the bumper? Ronis, the pressure's on. He misses the corner. Baffert's able to close. Carr behind Baffert now. A half car length separate the top 2.
It is so close here. 4 laps to go, and it's Angelo Ronis. Can he hold on?
See, what does Baffert do? Let's Ronis dive it in. Ronis misses the corner. Baffert trying to get on the gas. They're going to be side by side for the lead. 3 laps to go.
Ronas clears him now down into turn 1. He's leaving that bottom lane open.
Again.
Baffert.
Baffert able to get the run out. Baffert clears.
Oh no, not another heartbreak for Angelo Ronas. He's got to get back to him. Locks up the 22.
Oh, he locks up again.
The 23 also locked up, but here goes Ben Baffert. 2 laps remaining for the driver of the 23, who's fighting his way forward in the points. Could make the chase. He needs perfect races for the next 3 weeks. He's going to try and do it here tonight. Angelo's closing back in.
He locks up again. Here they go. Baffert into the curb. 1 lap to go. At Martinsville, can he get the bumper to the back of the 23?
Oh, Baffert a little wide right there, but good exit as Angelo Ronas overshoots it, gets sideways. He'll have 1 chance. Will he send it in? He will send it down.
Can he get into the gas? He can't.
Can't
Ben
get there.
Baffert is going to win his first career race at Martinsville.
What a finish between the 22 and the 23, and Ben Baffert doing what he needs to do, showing he's one of the best this season. He finally seals the deal with a win in the Martin Sports 150. What a finish there. That was a great battle.
I love it, man. That's awesome. The Baff. He's in victory lane. And he is going to be burning it down on the front stretch. First career below the double yellow line Cup Series win. I'm going to assume the first of many for Ben Baffert at the 23.
That is
what
pretty
a race.
Cool. He leads 3 laps to the last 3 laps of this race.
20 spots.
And he also had to go to the back at one point for causing an accident. And he was able to drive back up through. And that speed that he showed in practice and qualifying, well, actually, not in qualifying. He didn't take a lap. So in practice, though. But how about that? Ben Baffert takes the win. We're going to go to a quick commercial break and try and recover from all that. And we will be right back to talk to these boys.
Simulators Anonymous is an online gaming community. The heart of this community is playing simulator-style games, everything from driving, farming, flying to the occasional survival game. We would love for you to join us. If you play these style of games, or if you're just looking for a great community, we strive to be a community you can be an active participant in by offering events like every third Saturday night is a late night trucking on Truckers MP. We have a very own Minecraft server with other servers starting soon. Come join Simulators Anonymous today at www.simulatorsanonymous.com.
Tonight's race winner is Ben Baffert, who leads the last 3 laps, but we're going to start our interviews off with third place finisher, and that is Zach Carr, the number 27 machine, as we go to pull him into the booth. Zach Carr, Adam in the VSPEED booth, you got a copy?
I got a copy.
Hey man, started second, and man, your car, it saw everything it could out there. 66 laps led, but I don't think there's any clean portion of that race car left. Man, describe your night, and how'd you get back up here on the podium?
Yeah, the car started off kind of tight behind Chris there at the beginning of the part of the race, and I was just trying to kind of learn how this next gen car is going to drive around this track. It's quite a bit different from a normal NASCAR Cup stock car, so I'm just trying to learn on the go as I do every week almost, I feel like at this point. But yeah, no, I just took the lead there and led some laps, got to learn about how, hold people off and everything, and then first pit stop came around, and that's when all hell broke loose, and we had a little glitch there with the way the start went, and people ran each other over in the corner and kind of gave me my initial damage, and then trying to make my way back through the field, gathered some more, and I thought the car was dead, but I mean, like you said, here we are on the podium, so it was just kind of grinding my way through all the last bit of wrecks and people still getting more damage, so I think that's what really helped us get here on the podium.
Yeah, really just a grind it out kind of race for you here, but you're going to get most laps led here and close the gap to AJ Stravato in the points a little bit here with just a couple races remaining before the chase. We do go to Talladega next week. How do you feel about going out there?
I think I'm going to be in the same boat as everybody else in the league for the next week. We're all just going to count that as a fun race, and whatever happens, happens. It's Dega. You can't really predict it. You can't really do anything about it. So we just have to go in there with a positive mindset and just have fun, I guess.
Yeah, I think it should be exciting, and tonight, it was very exciting. Obviously, you get a pretty positive result out of it, not the win, but third place finish once again, and continuing to really prove your speed and your racing ability out there this season. Anybody you want to give a shout out to for the third place finish?
Obviously, you guys for broadcasting, league owners for putting this on, sponsors for the league, really helps us out. My team, LDR, AJ Stravato, Reggie Ortega, Ben Baffert, and Angelo Ronis, those guys. We had a fun battle there at the end between all of us, and it's just a great group of guys. And as you guys can see, the new car this week, I got to really thank Creative Hemp for coming on board, a local store near me here in Holland, Michigan. They really wanted to get their name out there, and I told them about this. So glad to have them on the car this week and hope to do big things for them.
Yeah, they are. They're in the.
Too bad Adam
here.
couldn't see him.
Yeah,
but yeah, I shouted him out. I saw it. The car looks great. Hopefully we'll get it figured out for next week. But the car looks great, Zach. So you did a good job.
Yeah, I did have some technical difficulties beginning, so that's probably why that was. So hopefully next week we can actually get that out there. But big thanks to them, anyways.
At 10-4. Thanks, Zach. Congrats on the third place finish.
Yeah, thanks, guys. You have a good one.
Man.
We'll go to second place finisher now. That is Angelo Ronis, who comes up just a bit short tonight. Angelo, Adam, and Alec in the VSPEED booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Oh man, I can already hear it in your voice. Just a bit disappointed here. 3 laps away from what would be your first career win, but man, still a very impressive run. You held those guys off for a long time tonight. You come home runner-up, 56 laps led. Describe the race for you.
First, gotta give hats off to Ben Baffert. He came up clutch in the end, and I just simply choked that one away. But yeah, overall, aside from that one incident with the 48, 2, and 33, it was relatively clean. I mean, last thing I wanted to do was to cause any caution, so I guess that was mission accomplished. But yeah, I mean, I thought the one at Auto Club was gonna sting. This one definitely feels worse.
This is a tough one to swallow. Martinsville, it's always cool to be up at the front and have a shot at the win in general, but man, you were leading there and not quite enough tonight. But the win is definitely coming for you. Alec and I were talking about it. You are you're knocking on the door week after week, and I know how it feels to out in a battle like this. You really showed your strength here, though, to hold those guys off for so long, and come home with one of the cleanest race cars on the track. And you do have a pretty good points cushion going into next week at Talladega. So how do you feel about going out there and maybe find a victory lane in that one?
I mean, the game plan for those play tracks is always just be there at the end. I'm gonna work with my teammates, are all really good there, and just hopefully all of us have a good chance at winning. But yeah, it's just gotta look past tonight and see what we can do at Dega.
Yes, sir. And the number 22 will come home in second place after leading 56 laps tonight. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
All my teammates, AJ, Zach, Reggie, Ben. I know Eric had a bad night, but he had a strong run earlier. Bernie Lytics, it's now Bernie Breakdown, but thank them for being on the car. Thank you for all the sponsors that make this league possible, all the admins and everyone else, and we'll get at it next week.
Yes, sir, and looking forward to see if you can, kind of get a little redemption at Talladega. That would be a pretty cool race to win, headed towards the chase. So, good run here tonight, though, Angelo. Really, really impressive run from you. See you next week.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right, that is our second place finisher, and now let's pull up race winner Ben Baffert. And Alec, I believe you're with him.
I am Ben Baffert, Alec Martinez, Adam Baker in the VSPEED booth. You got a copy, man?
I got you guys.
Yes, sir, brother. You are officially a below the WLN Cup Series winner, man. How does it feel?
It's great. I drove through a couple people getting there, and I really apologize to Keith, especially. Sitting at 3 wide, it definitely didn't stick. But other than that, I felt like I had a great race. But I was shifting. I don't think anybody else was doing that. It was really helping me rotate center.
Yes, I knew it.
Great.
All right.
But,
I'm glad I knew that because I was listening in car. You shifting. I don't think I heard anybody else doing that. How much did it play? A bit. How big of a role did it play in the center of the corner and being able to drive off?
Center or corner, it was perfect. If I got the good arc up, like right to like the about top of the second lane, cut it back down, I'd have a good run off. But throttle input was pretty important on exit. But that's about it. I don't think anybody else was shifting, so that really definitely helped me get a win there.
For sure, man. And obviously you've won. You've obviously have a little bit of a hole to dig, getting into the chase. But a win obviously helps. But next week we go to Talladega. How do you feel about going out there?
I am really bad at plate racing, so I don't have high expectations, but I'm just gonna send it.
For sure, man. Well, again, congratulations. Yeah, man. Good luck at Talladega, and again, congratulations on the win. First win, first of many, as I'm gonna say. So
yeah.
Go celebrate, and we'll see you in VSPEED after dark.
All right. Well, see you guys. Good race tonight.
I see you.
All right, Ben Baffert, race winner here tonight for the first time in his career in the below the Double Yellow Cup Series, and very impressive drive. A couple times, working through the field. Didn't actually take a qualifying lap. He starts 21st, comes home your race winner with 3 laps led, and very Alex Bowman-like finish. As we were talking about him closing out races, and Ben Baffert does almost the exact same thing. Just comes out of nowhere. Seemingly towards the end of this thing, and had the speed all race long, just finally got it done over Angelo Aronis. Let's take a look at the rest of the results here tonight from Martinsville. In the Martin Sports 150, a very exciting event with 14 total cautions in this 150-lap race. 6 lead changes here, and Ben Baffert making the last one takes the victory tonight. Angelo Aronis will come home second. This is his, I believe, second or third runner-up finish this season, so knocking on the door, looking for that first career win as well. Zach Carr finishes in the 3rd position. Cosman with a very strong 4th place. Reggie Ortega powers through for 5th. Cody Adkins 6th. AJ Stravato 7th. Seth Hatchell 8th. Nick Starling in 9th. And Dallas Sullivan rounds out the top 10.
Then in 11th, Zach Smith will bring home in 11th. Timmy Emanuele led some laps. We'll bring home 12th. Chris Samar, tough night. Started on the pole, and he'll finish 13th. Is that Kevin McGarvey? Yes. No.
Kyle.
That is Kyle McGarvey in 14th. Eric Lambert 15th. Safe Ferry 16th. Kevin McGarvey 17th. Jeremy Stanley 18th. Jeremiah Vincent Tough Brick will finish 19th. And Kenny Bishop will finish 20th.
21st, Keith Mayato. 22nd, Eric Hutton. 23rd, Jordan Shepler. 24th, Alan Dice. 25th, Dennis Faircloth. 26th, Robert Gilmore. 27th, Josiah Vincent. 28th, Ryan Gemmel. 28th, TJ Brendel. Rounding out the field tonight, Kevin Cornelius in 30th position. Very exciting event here tonight. And Ben Baffert takes the victory. The Martin Sports 150 from Martinsville. And we do want to thank you so much for tuning in here tonight. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We'll be back on Thursday night right here on YouTube with the BMW Car Club of America from Mount Panorama. That'll be a very interesting race.
Oh boy, those guys are gonna have fun on that one.
Yeah, they're all looking forward to it, that is for sure. But we are headed over to VSPEED After Dark in just a few moments, so tune in at twitch.tv/VSPEEDSim to catch that race over there. It's going to be Miatas at Michigan. Looking forward to another great night of racing in that that series. And yeah, just a fantastic race here tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button and subscribe, and we will catch you all next time.
Have a great night, everybody.